next to the stage is CEO of AIA Australia, Damien. Damien is passionate about inspiring people to be their best and leading a purpose-led organization that makes a difference and champions healthier, longer, better lives. Good morning, Damien. We are absolutely thrilled to have you as one of our keynotes this year and really looking forward to hearing your presentation. Damien seems to have frozen for a minute, so I'll just hang about until we can see him more clearly. Damien, if you can hear me, I'll get you to refresh your screen if you can, and then click that green share audio video button again, please. Oh, no, you're back.
Hi.
There you are. A little example of the virtual world never being perfect. But Damien, we're thrilled to have you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you this morning.
Thank you, Tanya. And it's great to be with all of you. Thank you for having me. And good morning to everyone out there who's watching, and I hope you had a good start this morning. I was going to put up a bit of a presentation, but given it's virtual, I thought actually, I'll just take the opportunity to have a bit of a chat and share with you how we think about and how I think about co-creating a thriving workplace. So just a little bit on AIA Australia. We are a leading life, health and wellbeing specialist, and we protect the lives of more than 3.8 million Australians and their families. And our commitment as a purpose-led organisation is to make a difference in people's lives. And we do that through what we call healthier, longer, better lives. And we also have a dream. And that dream, off the back of our purpose, is to champion Australia to be the healthiest and best protected nation in the world. And we say champion because we know we can't do that on our own. We know that this is far bigger than just AIA, but how can we work together with everyone out there to get on board with this dream so that we can live a healthier, longer, better life in this blessed country of ours in Australia? That's a little bit about us. But in terms of how we co-create a thriving workplace, before thinking about all the things we do with vitality externally and well-being externally, and it's a little bit about my personal view of what we've done here at AIA, and we're still on a massive journey when we think about creating that thriving workplace. We're learning more every day, and things evolve. And last year is a great example of never getting too comfortable with COVID coming along. And so for me, there's three things that are really important to create a thriving workplace. One is purpose. Right? And we talk about leading with purpose, because if you want to have a thriving workplace, you really do want to have a purpose-led organisation that people can come to work and connect to what they're doing. Because I believe everyone wants to make a difference, and that's our purpose, to make a difference in people's lives. And I think that's what unites all human beings, right? That innately, no matter what our dreams were, whether like me, you wanted to be an AFL footballer and didn't quite make it, or whatever it is, as we get older, we all want to make a difference in some way. So having a purpose is really important to being the cornerstone of a thriving workplace. The second is really driving a holistic wellbeing culture, both physical and mental wellbeing, right? The whole self. A lot of the times we start out with the easy things, with the physical, when we talk about the steps and the other things. But what about the mental wellbeing, the whole person, and recognising that we need to support both of those to create a thriving workplace. And then, of course, the third element for us is walking the talk. It's great to say a lot of words, but what does that really mean in action? Because the words and the actions need to come together to create that congruence for people. So what we've done is obviously, one of our marquee and important propositions is our AIA Vitality program, which is a world in health and wellbeing science-backed program, which I'll touch on in a minute. But what we do is make sure that we have everyone in the organisation have access to AIA Vitality, and it really becomes a common platform for all of us to lead healthier, longer, better lives by knowing more about our health, improving our health through the opportunities in the program facilitations, and then the third one, by rewarding our health. The second is making sure that we recognise what's going on out there when I talk about holistic approach to wellbeing. So we have our quarterly recharge days. Everyone gets their quarterly day off just to go recharge. It may actually be just recharging by taking care of a few of the household chores or getting some of the bills paid, but just knowing that once a quarter you've got a recharge day to just take out the busyness and the overwhelmness of life. We've implemented no meetings on a Friday afternoons because what we saw was people just not transitioning to the weekend, and with COVID and everyone working from home, the days just one day became the next day, and they all felt the same. So, we we absolutely look at now, how do we help people to transition and recognise that we've got to put some interventions there as an organisation to support that wellbeing and thriving workplace where people can then enjoy some time before heading into the weekend and really recharge over the weekend to come back full of energy. Active work days so that people can, find it easier if they want to walk in, ride in, go for a walk at lunchtime, support our walk and talk meetings that we promote if people want to do that, and just really making sure that we're doing the little things. It doesn't all have to be the big things. We have a number of AIA Vitality events which we get behind. We just recently did the relief run to raise money for COVID-19 in India, and with one of our Vitality ambassadors, Sam Gash, and getting the whole team involved in that, again, around a common purpose, but making sure that we're supporting one another to get active. We had our sleep campaign, we have our yoga campaigns, we have a whole host of things, and share a lot of our content and information internally, and also the stories of our internal team to really own it. We also have our employee engagement working group that is absolutely empowered, right? It's they're the ones that are empowered to go out there and actually work with everyone else to come up with their own initiatives around how we can, create that engagement. And again, where you have engagement, that's where you see a cornerstone of a thriving workforce. And then finally, when we talk about holistic approach, is our gender and equality, Gen Next committee, which is really about making sure that, if you talk about a thriving workplace, it's about embracing difference. A lot of organisations talk about diversity and inclusion, and it sometimes can be a little bit more of a compliance checklist or, a buzzword. But for us, it's really about embracing difference to make the difference and saying, hey, come to AIA and be you. Don't be like this cookie cutter approach here. So really important that we think about how we create those elements of a thriving workplace. But with AIA Vitality, we've definitely been so blessed and privileged to be able to see how we are creating healthier lives. I mean, we've had over 230 billion steps taken by Vitality members, 1.1 million health and wellbeing assessments. 49% have done their mental health assessment as well, which is fantastic to see, knowing the trends there. Over 2.6 million gym visits over the last period, 50,000 actual health checks in chemists and at the doctors to get more information about understanding their health. Over 2 million rewards received. Over 22 million vouchers been redeemed around the rewards we've been healthier, and of course, over 19,000 flights through the flight partners we have, because obviously through Vitality you can get 50% off your Virgin flights. We pay you $100 to go to the gym twice a week at Anytime Fitness every quarter, or 50% off your Virgin and Fitness First memberships. But of course you get points for your eating, your sleep, and it's been great to see the actual way we've been able to engage. So we've gone from having a relationship once a year with our customers, or when they have a claim, to being integrated into our teams, into our AIA family members ourselves' lives every day, and into our customers. And it's been phenomenal to see the results. So one of the things we also do to create a thriving workplace is we have Australia's Healthiest Workplace Survey, and we launched this in 2017, and it's the largest workplace wellbeing survey, and it helps businesses to really understand employees' health and how it links to their productivity. Which obviously we know it's intuitively, but how can we back that up with real data to support that? And so for us, the ability to make sure that we have this survey helps us to be able to help ourselves and other organisations to correlate employees' health and that link to productivity, and then an in-depth report that comes off the back of that with insights to improve their wellbeing. Okay, and encouraging them to be healthier. So you're also looking after your business, but good for you is good for society. So it's a shared value model as well, and that's at the heart of what we think about as one of the cornerstones of not just purpose, but a thriving workplace. And the evidence-based global survey is overseen by an independent board and made up of leading specialists in the workplace wellbeing and public health to really make sure that that independence is coming through, and the best and most relevant and recent information is being applied. So, we've had over 550 employers, over 34,000 employees taken part, and it's been really amazing to see the insights we can gather, and actually the journey that those have then gone on since 2017 to improve their organisations and how that's absolutely correlated back to engagement, productivity, and a thriving workplace that not only helps them internally, but helps them serve their clients and their customers. So, you know, for me, it is important that just in terms of back to for me, the summary is really, you know, when we think about co-creating a thriving workplace, it's really about empowering everyone by, you know, connecting them first and foremost to a purpose, and having a purpose-led organisation, and then their personal purpose connected to that. We had 100 leaders complete their own personal purpose on a page last year to really make sure they're connecting to that, so that when they're looking after the 3,000 employees across and AIA family members across ANZ, they're able to do that with them as well. It is then absolutely about, as I said, driving a holistic wellbeing culture, both physical and mental wellbeing, and embracing the whole self, and then walking the talk with action. And it doesn't always have to be the big things. Do the small things. The small things reinforce it every day, and then when you do the big things, they have great impact, no doubt. But the smaller things we find have the most significant impact because they're things that people can do every day. So, you know, we're really proud of what we're trying to do here at AIA. We want to welcome everyone to come on board and help champion this dream. And we encourage everyone who's here at the Workplace Wellness Festival to think about how we can utilise a place where we all spend a significant amount of our time daily to not only help generate better results for the business, but actually help our employees and our fellow colleagues, Australians, which we all are, lead healthier, longer, better lives. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a snapshot in the 10 minutes I've had with you on what we're doing here.
Damien, I can see from the chat section that some of these initiatives have really resonated with the audience, with a lot of interest in some of these initiatives. So thank you very much for joining us. And we're really pleased to be working with AIA Australia as our title sponsor. Incredibly grateful that this has enabled us to bring this event to everyone. And the team has been an absolute joy to work with. So thanks again for joining us, Damien.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.